Hey, before I show you the reflection probe, I tell you first something about the importance of creating shadows and highlights. So here we are in the material preview, and then in that case I turn off the scene light and the scene world, meaning that we are using one of these HDRIs. So you get then effects like that. And it reminds me a little bit of the renders we've seen in the introduction. So you see that HDRIs, they don't cast shadows, and then this is the effect. We can render this out, so you go to View, and then Viewport Render Image, and then you see the result over here. You can also turn this off and then render that again, so you get this kind of renders. Now I'm going to the render preview because I have some lights in the scene. They are not working right now, but if you go to render view, and if you click on here, you see I turn on the scene light and the scene world. So now the lights are working, but what is active now, that is a 3-point light. I show you what it is. So that is this light over here, and it has 3 lights. A 3-point light and 1 light. The fill in this case is pointing towards the character. So here's the camera. Here's the camera, there's the character. And this light is right behind the camera, shining approximately the same direction. And then you got this effect. I think you hear a dog at the background, right? So select the 3-point light, and I move a little bit around. So let's create some shadows. So the light is not shining frontal to the face like that. Let's see if we can create a more interesting effect. Maybe this one, we can try it, I don't know. So yeah, if we render this out, let's go to the compositing nodes, go to slot 2, and then I say render image, and then I get that effect. And let's go to the third render slot, go back, and turn that frontal light on again. Where was it? I think it was here, something like that. So I render that out. So now we got 3 renders. The first one is the environment light. And the third one is the frontal light. And then the second one with the more shadows and the highlights. As I said, you can walk a little bit more, but you see that there's quite nice reflections, etc., and shadows over here. So that's important to create that here. So you don't want a light frontal, especially a big light frontal, so that you get diffuse light. I can show you a bit more, actually. I have here a lot of presets, and there's a preset, for example, small lights, and they are close to the character. If we load that, if you change light in EEVEE, you always need to bake the lights. Let me see, we need to create some more interesting effect. Select all. Because these are small lights, the material appear more sharp or glossy. Not getting an interesting effect right now. Let's try another one. So the big far, that is more diffuse. So that is like maybe overcasting a sky, and you don't get very interesting effects with that. Well, it's interesting. For example, yeah, actually flash is interesting, only not in the front so often. So here I have 1 light. I think that is, yeah, so here's 1 light in the front. Which one is that? So that's the key light. So I select this, how do you call it, a tree light. If I rotate that, that's also a nice effect, actually. So let's render that out. Let's see what it does. So I go to 4, render image. Yeah, I like that effect. Looks a bit glossy, maybe because there's a small light over there. But you can change the roughness also of the skin, maybe. I'm not sure what it is, but yeah, in fact, it looks interesting if you zoom in closely. It looks very good. All right, so yeah. Then in the next video, I want to discuss about, yeah, that's a reflection probe. All right.